You are listening to Raven Radio KCAW Sitka. Around 480,000 cruise passengers are expected to travel to Sitka this summer, following the recent expansion of the private Sitka Sound cruise terminal. More growth than any other port in the state. On the biggest days of the cruise season, this summer, Sitka could double in size. According to Planning Director Amy Ainsley, 480,000 passengers is more than double Sitka's typical cruise year. Globally, the cruise industry is booming. And in 2017, Panama Canal completed an expansion that allowed for even bigger ships to move through. And with that staggering increase come a lot of questions.
Are we going to be ready? Are we going to be prepared? I guess I'm scared of business as usual. Because business as usual doesn't work.
As someone who was born and raised here, I feel like I'm witnessing my community change right in front of me.
The community voted down a public cruise ship dock, and then a private business person opens a dock on his private land. How does our community handle the numbers of people coming to town? And how can visitors have a good experience in Sitka? And how can Sitkans still feel like this is Sitka?
At what point do we lose a lot of our spirit in being able to grow our economy or showcase our lovely town?
This is what it's all about, folks. We want to send every bird that comes into our care back into the wild. I wanted to introduce Wendy. I think all of you have met her. She's with Royal Caribbean Group, and Royal Caribbean has been extremely supportive of the Raptor Center over the past couple of years. The loud and noisy parking lot project that's going on right now is actually sponsored by them, but that's us preparing for the cruise boom that our community is about to face. So we want to make sure that we offer a safe and meaningful experience to our guests. And one of the ways we're going to do that is make sure that any bus traffic in and out is well organized and safe. And thanks to Royal Caribbean Group for doing that for us.
All right, so we're counting down from 3.
Goodbye, Steve. Have a good flight.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Bye, Steve. Have a good flight.
All right, the Assembly wished to hear more public input on our short-term tourism plan.
Yes, thank you. Jim Mitchner here. I would really encourage the Assembly to go forward with the ideas of closing Lincoln Street to be for vehicle traffic, be a pedestrian area. We get an F grade with how much sidewalk space we have available if there's more than, I believe, 1,000 people in town. So I know that's going to create a lot of problems with parking and things like that, but I really see the future as being a walking pedestrian zone.
I had a lot to say, but I'm going to pare this down. Basically, I don't like the idea of shutting down Lincoln Street. I think it's really poor idea. I think exchanging downtown Sitka for a 3-month-a-year theme park it's not the kind of trade I want to make. And if 480,000 people is too many to handle without destroying what attracts them in the first place, maybe downtown isn't too congested. Maybe we're trying to put too many people in it.
I think it really needs to be said over and over again. We don't have any control over how many tourists come because we don't own the dock, we don't own the straight roads. Somebody earlier said, well, we shouldn't have asked those many people. We didn't ask. So the only real question is, do we want to get ready for it or just let the flood come?
Life in Skagway is different depending on the time of year. We are the 18th most visited cruise port in the world, so it's a very busy place in the summer, very different than the winter. Our economy is predominantly tourism related, and that's how our business owners and our residents are able to thrive.